Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down now, Trout, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jalen Samuels, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he'll find Hall. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. They'll run on 1st down. It's Waters, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Terry Godwin, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
80. 47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. And we got to get go. To the ball. Let's keep moving.
Here's Rosen to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Rosen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And now it's Rosen looking. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come.
The kicker on for the extra point.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Next to score, Saints 21, Panthers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Rosen. Open man is Samuel, complete. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's back.
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
21-0, our score after 1. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Haskins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now Rosen looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did, and batted it away.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They find some open field here. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Terry Godwin with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
From the 38, Rosen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On second down, Trout, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. They're going to need some therapy after this. Run that.
On third down, Rosen. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, it's looking like another 3-and-out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drop,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Third down, here's Haskins. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi.
You ain't going nowhere.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3-and-out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How did they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. From the 27, Rosen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. Waters. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And a give this time to the tailback. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Hey. Check.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins, left side here. That's complete to Godwin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Terry Godwin with touchdown number 20 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch one.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but and he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's get off the field,
On the carry, it's Samuels. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Ready? 57's right. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Terry Godwin, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. That's correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. But he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Waters trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. On first down, Trout. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now Rosen on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Yo, 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 yo.
Right back to him on first down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rosen. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Trout. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. They'll keep it on the ground. Trout. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
3 down, 3 down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for New Orleans, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, their playoff hopes